Hey YouTubers, it is brush cleaning day at my house. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm cleaning makeup brushes today. So I thought I'd hop on here and share with you the way that I do that. And I want to talk about why it's so important to clean your makeup brushes. So I'm going to turn the water on just a little bit and we'll get going. I'm going to start with the dirtiest one, which is the brush that I use for foundation. When you clean your house, do you start with the dirtiest one first? That's me. So you need to be cleaning your makeup brushes ideally every week. I know when I say that, that makes some of y'all panic and go, wait a second, I don't have time, there's no way. I totally get it. So aim for every 2 weeks. If you don't wear makeup every day, you might be able to get by with every 3 weeks, but aim for every 2 weeks. I'm using a really simple way to do this, where I have a brush shampoo that's in a bar, and it comes in this little tub, and I just rub the brush right on it, and then I'm gonna rub it on my hand too to make sure we get all of that brush shampoo all in there nice and good. And then we're gonna run it through the water, and you're gonna see all that gunk come out. Can y'all see that? Woo! This, like I said, this is my foundation brush, so it is the dirtiest of all of them. So you cannot just wash makeup brushes with anything. I know a lot of people are going to tell you that you can, but that's not good for them, especially if you've got high quality makeup brushes. They're not made to be used with any kind of soap. You're going to want to use something that is not going to damage them, not going to damage the bristles, not going to damage how the bristles are connected to them. And honestly, if you clean your brushes regularly, they're gonna last longer, especially if you've got high quality brushes. And after you've spent a little bit of money on makeup brushes, you want them to last as long as possible, right? But let's talk about the other reasons why you should be washing your makeup brushes consistently. So you might have seen that I did that one twice. This one got so dirty, I ran it back through the soap again, just a little bit, just to watch it suds up. I make sure I get all in there because I want to get all those bristles in the middle too. And I'm still getting junk. When I do that, I'm still kind of getting some of that gunk, especially this one that has white bristles. So a couple reasons why. And I already mentioned one of them. It's going to help your makeup brushes last longer. Taking good care of them, just like taking good care of anything you own, is going to help them last a little bit longer. And if you've got high quality stuff, you want it to last as long as possible, right? Okay, so here's why else it's good. So after I wash them, then I just kind of wring them out with my hands a little bit, and then I'm gonna let that sit out overnight on my kitchen counter, and by tomorrow morning it'll be totally dry. Let's try another one. This is my blush brush. So same thing, I'm gonna get it a little bit wet, run it through the soap, and then use my hands to help get some of that stuff out. I hope you can see some of that color that's coming out of this one. So the main reason why you want to clean your makeup brushes regularly is because it is the #1 way to prevent breakouts on your face. When you use dirty makeup brushes, you are essentially picking up bacteria as you go and literally just swiping it all around your face. If you've had a breakout here and you swipe across that with a makeup brush, it picks up all that bacteria, and then you just swipe it all over everywhere else that you're running it. So especially if you've been sick lately, or if you've had a breakout lately, clean your makeup brushes. It's just kind of like your mama told you when you needed to go buy a new toothbrush after you've been sick. Same idea. Make sure you get those cleaned, but clean them all the time. They pick up bacteria on our face. They pick up bacteria in whatever you store them in. If you store them in just like a little jar in your bathroom and they're exposed to all of that air in the bathroom, all the more reason why you want to clean them out regularly. When there's little brushes, I can do 2 at once. So that's a concealer brush, that's an eyeshadow brush. Same system though. We get them a little bit wet. I'm gonna run them through this soap, and then just kind of run them across my fingers. Make sure we get that soap all in there really good. So oftentimes people will call me and say, oh, I'm having trouble with breakouts. What am I gonna do? Like, what can I try? And before we talk about any kind of skincare, my #1 question is, when was the last time you washed your makeup brushes? Because it is one of the biggest causes of breakouts, that people never even realize. Since these are little brushes, I don't have to do them several times. They're good just like that. Let's go back in with a powder brush. Same thing, same technique. I love this brush shampoo because it's natural. If you spend a lot of time worrying about the chemicals that are on your face and you don't want to put chemicals on your face, I totally get it. That's important to me too. And I use chemical-free skincare and I use makeup that's paraben-free. And so I don't want to then go wash my makeup brushes in a bunch of chemicals and then swipe those chemicals all over my face either. So I love this one because it's made with a couple different ingredients, but includes coconut milk, and it's good. It's not going to dry out your makeup brushes. It also doesn't have a bunch of chemicals that you're going to get all over your face later. See how that's getting all gunked up, and it lasts me forever. I can usually use one of these for probably this will usually last me a whole year, and I try and wash my makeup brushes every week, every other week, if I'm pushing it. So now this will also work for sponges. Like, I've got my blender full, I can do the exact same thing with it. So let's do that one next. So I'm gonna get it wet, and then I'm gonna run it through this little, it's just like a bar of soap basically, and get it all full. And then I'm gonna use my fingers to kind of work that soap through it. You gotta make sure it's really rinsed out, because you know like a blending sponge is made to pick stuff up, so it'll hang on to some of that soap if you're not careful. You gotta make sure you really rinse that one out. But it works for both brushes and sponges. There we go. Now we're getting it. Now we're getting it good and rinsed out. I talk to people sometimes that are like, oh my gosh, I haven't washed my makeup brushes in forever. Well, that used to be me a couple years ago. I was that same person. I just didn't wash my makeup brushes very often. But every time I did, I would do my makeup the next day and I'd be like, man, my makeup looks so much better today. Y'all, that was not an accident. So now that's all clean. Same thing. I can leave that out overnight. When I get up in the morning, they'll be good and dry and ready for me to use tomorrow. That's why I always try and wash them in the afternoon or the evening so they can dry out overnight. They look so much better than they did when we started. They're clean, it makes them softer. My makeup will go on even better, and I'll keep myself from getting any kind of breakouts, and it helps take care of those brushes so they'll last a whole lot longer. When it's as simple as something like this, there's literally no reason why you're not washing your makeup brushes more. If you've got questions, drop them. I'm happy to answer them. Bye, y'all.